A Texas megachurch pastor is ordered to pay a woman he met on Facebook $2.45 million after he gave her herpes. This is so crazy, and I don't think people really understand just how much money some of these like mega churches actually make. Like some of these mega churches can actually be making high eight figures to like mid low nine figures. Like we're talking like crazy amounts of money where like you could pretty much be bribing like a private jet every single year, right, in the name of God, which to me is like so disgusting that these like pastors just burn through this type of money. But let's get into it. A Texas pastor has been ordered to pay a woman he met online $2.45 million after he gave her herpes. And the scariest thing about herpes is that I'm pretty certain that's one of those STDs that don't go away, like ever. Like you literally have that forever now. So Ralph Douglas West II, the assistant pastor at Houston's The Church Without Walls, was found guilty of battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and fraudulent concealment. Oh. So I'm thinking that the guy knew he had herpes and gave it to her knowingly without letting her know, which is a super sketchy thing. Because I believe even though herpes is forever, I'm pretty certain with like a good partner and like scheduling things and doing medication, you should be able to not transmit it. You just gotta be super careful. But from what it's kind of like sounding like, I think this guy straight up purposely gave this girl herpes. So, after a 3 day trial and 6 hours of deliberation, a jury determined on Thursday that West gave the victim genital herpes after they met on Facebook 5 years ago. You can't fix it. She's got it for the rest of her life, said the woman's attorney, Sean Murphy, as reported by Click to Houston. So it is what I was thinking. This is like a permanent lifetime type of situation. Douglas's father, Pastor Ralph Douglas West, is the founder of the church, which has about 24,000 members across 3 locations. 24,000 members. Like again, like to put it into perspective, because what a lot of people don't understand in terms of like how churches work, a lot of the pastor's income is 100% paid for by the members. And typically, sometimes like in donations, sometimes like straight up a check, sometimes there's like cash, right? But like, let's say like the average member would pay like would probably spend $100 per month towards the church, right? Let's just say that, like average out, because you got big donors and then you got small ones too. So times 100, so 24,000 times 100 is $2.4 million potentially per month, right? Now, again, this doesn't mean that every single one of these members are donating a good amount of money. It's the average, and I'm just like pulling that number out of my butt. But sometimes with these like churches, right, you have like guys, girls, whatever, who will be like spending like 5 grand a month, 2 grand a month, 1 grand a month. And then you have some people maybe $10 or nothing, right? So you could pretty much figure out that like if you were to like probably average it, it'd probably be somewhere around like $100 per month type of range. But you don't know because a lot of these churches will keep these numbers like behind closed doors because obviously you don't really got to pay taxes for a church. But still, potentially, who knows? Maybe about like a maybe potentially like a $30 million mega church per year, which would not be too crazy. So Douglas' father, Pastor Ralph Douglas West, is the founder of the church, yep, which has over 24,000 members. The unnamed victim got an outbreak a few days after the encounter with the assistant pastor and then tested positive for herpes. She knew West was the source of it because she had not had sex with anyone else and had a prior negative test, Murphy added. West reportedly admitted he had herpes when the victim asked him about it, saying it had come from his son's mother. West is pictured with a son on his social media, but is unclear if he is married. The lawyer said he was able to prove to the jury that West knew he was infected with the STD, but lied about when he had unprotected sex with the woman in March 2018. So the assistant pastor will now have to pay $1,450,000 in compensatory damages and $1 million in exemplary and punitive damages, believed to be the largest payment ordered in such a case. West is a minister at the Eldred campus, according to the church's website, and the Christian church claims on its website to embrace thousands of families meeting in 3 locations and conducting 6 services each Sunday. Rev West Sr. is a vocal supporter of critical race theory and even ties with the Southern Baptist Convention. Its Council of Seminary Presidents denounced critical race theory and intersectionality as incompatible with their beliefs. I don't really know why that's part of that, okay? Okay, something about racism. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, interesting. Said in an essay for the Baptist Standard, the senior pastor wrote, no. Okay. Despite the scandal regarding the founder's son, a church member took to Facebook to support the West family. My faith in the Lord and my support for my pastor and his family will not be impacted by recent events. I will continue to lift them up in prayer and support them, wrote Kim Walker. These are trying times. Please respect their privacy in this matter. I'm asking in the name of Jesus that we as a people not vilify this family. Compassion and forgiveness is what Jesus teaches us to do for all of God's children. Life gives all of us different trials and tribulations, and we will seek Jesus to forgive all of our iniquities. Let's not judge, but forgive. The thing is not really on the church members to forgive him. It's on aka the victim, to forgive him if she chooses to, which she probably won't ever, because any sane person would be like, yo, you gave me herpes and you didn't let me know you had it. Like, it'd be a completely different situation if they were dating each other and then he like let her know very early on before they did anything. It was like, hey, just gotta let you know I got herpes, right? You might want to do something like that, but this was just like probably one of the scummiest things that you could do, and I am pretty certain that he could be criminally charged because of this. Now maybe there's like some sort of like a statute of limitations or like age, whatever, right? Or like maybe too much time has gone by. But I mean, he was just found guilty civilly, right? So who knows? He might still be criminally charged by this, right? Because you can't intentionally give someone herpes. Like, you cannot do that. Like, that is not legal to do. It's just crazy though. Like, imagine like you got a son and he like pretty much ruins your business that you started from the ground up because the guy couldn't keep it inside his pants and purposely gave someone herpes. It's just like, Lord. So the public at large wasn't so forgiving, as many on social media are demanding West be fired. There is no way that man should be allowed on a staff or in a pulpit. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta take stewardship more seriously. He needs to be sat down, said one ex-user. LOL, me and my mom were just talking about how to spot a false prophet, and here goes a Houston mega pastor found guilty of knowingly spreading herpes, added another. and it's not clear if West will continue preaching at the church. The thing is, one, like, his dad should not really allow him in this church, but there's nothing wrong with potentially like the dad looking like after his son, because a lot of families would probably do this, where they maybe help him create a business for himself that is away from all of this, maybe not so as public as a mega church type of situation, so he still has like a life after it. But again, at the same time, I don't understand how someone could go through their life and be like, you know what, I'm just going to purposely give someone a disease that they can never get rid of. Never get rid of. Like, that is such a scary thing, and you completely alter this person's life because of that, right? For example, it's like you purposely cutting off someone's arm. It's like they no longer have that arm. That is like a permanent action, right? And their lifestyle for the rest of their life will have to be changed, right? And potentially, who knows? Like, I mean, I don't know that much about herpes and how exactly like easy it is spread and whatnot. But who knows? Maybe it might prevent her from like working in certain careers because of that, right? Because maybe I don't know. Like, again, I don't really have much knowledge when it comes to herpes. But whew, Lord. Also, this is probably one of the good reasons as to why you should not just sleep with like random people because they might give you herpes. Like, leeh, yeah, horrible. Let's see some of these best rated. What despicable behavior? Agreed. Jesus saves all others. Wear a wrapper. How much is the combined assets and wealth of the over 32,000 separate branches of churches held in the U.S.? I did see something where one group had amassed a stunning war chest. Yeah, I think like Joel Osteen's like mega church has like 100 and something million or something like that, something crazy. Be careful who you put your trust in. Gross. 2.4 million. Gee whiz, most people don't even get dinner in a movie after they get herpes from a date. I mean, I guess that's kind of true because, well, I mean, some people might not even know that they have herpes, but what would Jesus do? Jesus would not have, unprotected sex with a whole bunch of strangers because I doubt this is the first lady that he slept with like this. Yeah. Feel free to give your thoughts. I just thought this was kind of like crazy.